talking to yourself? What's that about? Your guilty conscience finally pushed you over the edge?
It was you, wasn't it?
What was me?
This. You planted this in my office.
You're not interesting enough to shoot, John. Interesting choice of words on my part, don't you think? You know, given what I now know about you.
Admit it, you son of a bitch.
I am. You got that right. My mother was a complete psychotic bitch. And my father was no walk on a beach either. And now you know all about me. Because I'm a product of their illicit union. All of their finest attributes all rolled up into one. But let's talk about you. Your latest bout of paranoia.
You've been after me ever since I took over your daughter's recording contracts. You think I got something to hide?
Do you? Because I can call my gossip columnist. Oh, that's right. She's in jail. You're not exactly an after-the-jump small column item guy, are you? I mean, you shoot for above-the-fold front page. Oh, again with the shoot. You know what?
This is a private office. You got no right to be here. So whatever it is you think you know about me...
Oh, I do know, Johnny. I was right about you. I was right about you all along. I did not understand how anyone could ever believe you about anything. I mean, Star, yeah, she's young, she's naive. She'd been through a lot. And that kind of explains it, right? She wasn't thinking clearly, but Carly, right? She's a sharp woman. Why would she so willingly dumb herself down to be with some bastard like you?
I don't know. You promised Carly that you would back off me.
Well, the camera was there. Wasn't a whole lot I could do about that.
So you lied to her. You kept spying on me.
I don't lie to Carly. Carly's my friend. I don't have a lot of friends in this world. She told me that you were a new man and that you changed. I said, fine, okay. It's a done deal. I'll erase all of the footage.
So you got rid of it?
Well, I was going to delete the files, but they opened. And that's when I heard you admit to killing my granddaughter.
You're all wrong, pal. Connie already took responsibility for shooting out Anthony's tires. All right, so she is the one who was directly responsible for killing the boyfriend and the little girl. All right, ask the cops. Ask the judge. Her shrink. Goodbye.
Getting a mentally ill woman to take the fall for you, it's an inspired piece of manipulation. Ordinarily, I would applaud you. And it explains a lot, you know. It explains why my daughter would sign a contract with you, why you wouldn't sell it to me. You wanted her to be grateful. You didn't want her to suspect that you were the kind of man that would kill her boyfriend, that would kill her daughter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd like to talk about what it was like for that little 3-year-old girl to be strapped in the back of a car as it went over the cliff and burst into flames, because I don't think she even knew what was going on, but I feel like on the deeper level...
Shut up!
You're right. It's probably time for us to stop talking.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You're sorry you killed my granddaughter?
It was an accident.
What?
It was an accident.
An accident? Huh.
You back off! You could have killed me!
I'll kill you, already.
I said back off! All right, you're right. I hate myself for what I did that night. I did not mean to hurt your family.
No, you're trying to kill your family. Do me a favor. Next time you try and kill your grandfather, do it in the comfort of your own home. Somewhere secluded. You don't just go shooting a gun at a car without any regard for who's in the car. You don't know what 3-year-old could be in the back seat sitting behind her parents.
I would give anything to take that night back, all right?
Right, oh yeah, you were the picture of remorse running off to try and frame Sonny Corinthos for your crime. When that didn't work, having revenge sex with his demented girlfriend. I don't know how you managed to get her to take the blame for you, Johnny. I was wrong. Oh. Stood right here, I said that you and I were alike, we're not alike. I've never killed anybody and whined so much afterwards. You kill a 3-year-old? And then you hide behind the dead child's mother?
Please, you feel good standing there playing the righteous avenger? You mean to tell me you don't have anything that weighs on your conscience, huh? You don't have anything that you regret, huh? That you're ashamed of?
Assuming Todd...
All right, I admit it. I was gunning for Anthony, but I did not mean to hurt your family. I didn't even find out until the next day, and it's been tearing me up ever since.
Oh, I bet. You know who it's been really difficult for is Star. What with losing her child, losing the man that she loved.
Doing everything I can to make it up.
Does that ever work when you say that, ever? Does anyone ever believe you when you say that? I heard you say the same nonsense to Connie, how you were trying to make amends to my daughter. And answer me one question, will you? You think that's a fair trade? She loses a child. She loses a man that she loves, but she gains a record contract that makes money for the man who killed her family?
Oh, please. You know something about killing, don't you, Todd? Huh? Didn't you kill your brother?
Oh, yeah, my brother. You know what? I wonder what Carly's gonna say when she finds out what you've done. Why don't we call her and ask her? You know, I think it'll sting Carly a little bit when she finds out what you've done, but I don't think it's gonna surprise her, you know? Every time she told me what a great guy you were, I could tell there was this little bit of her that just didn't believe it.
Sam's grieving.
And she blames me.
Jason, deep down, she blames herself. You love her.
You and I both know that's not always enough. Go ahead, get that.
It's Todd. Whatever he wants, it can wait.
Hang up the phone. Hang it up.
Or what?
I'm okay, Carly. Answer the phone.
You can't hurt me, Johnny.
Hello?
Go ahead. You know what? You tell Carly about what I did to Star's kid. And I'll be sure to tell Sam about what you did to hers.
Todd? Are you there? Hello?
I know everything. And if you don't want anybody else to find out, I suggest you end that call. Now.
I can hear voices. What's going on?
Carly. I'm gonna have to call you back.
Smart move. Damn, she works for you, doesn't she? How do you do it? How do you look her in the eyes all day, every day, knowing what you deliberately did to her and her baby?
I gave her full benefits. Hey, in this economy. And I think I'm a reasonable employer. And I hired her even though she has no experience at all as an assistant.
Like I said, I know everything. Sam's baby didn't die in that storm. He was perfectly healthy. In fact, his only problem was that you gave him away to somebody else.
Interesting story. You should write fiction.
Too bad it's all true.
Yeah. To me, it sounds like a bunch of groundless accusations.
Okay, let me break it down for you, all right? This all started the day before that storm hit. Detective Falconeri alerted me that Anthony's body had disappeared. Which really was a shame because I had worked so hard to plan it in that quarter-mile
So you
boathouse.
admit you killed your grandfather?
Oh, please, don't be shocked. Don't pretend to be shocked. You mean to tell me you haven't killed a family member?
Well, I have, but I've been acquitted. You're still gonna have to stand trial for what you've done.
And how's that? You're the only one who knows, and I don't think you're talking.
Well, let's just say it remains to be determined.
Okay. Well, maybe you should let me finish my story, then you can make your choice. Naturally, I was concerned as to, well, the whereabouts of Anthony's corpse. You were supposed to report back to me as soon as Luke and Tracy were hauled in. What do you mean moved? Moved where? Where the hell is Anthony's body? My men saw Heather Weber take off with the body, so they followed her. All right, just stay on her. Let me know what she does with the corpse. And they tailed her pretty close, which wasn't easy because it was dumping rain that night. But as luck would have it, Heather pulled off onto Route 59, and she actually parked next to the woods. That's where you come into the story. I waited a couple of days for my guys to get back to me with information regarding Anthony's body. And I had to find something to do to busy myself, and that's when I acquired this place. I needed a fresh start. Finally, a few days later, my guys washed up here with information on Anthony's body and his new best friend. What the hell happened to you guys, huh? What did Heather do with Anthony's body?
I gotta tell it in order, it won't make any sense. We followed Heather into the woods.
She didn't see you.
No, we kept our distance. The women left Anthony's body in the car, took off into the woods, and came back with a wheelbarrow.
A wheelbarrow?
She brought the body to some shack. She went inside for supplies, I guess, when some guy runs up with the baby in his arms.
Imagine that. Heather Weber running along in the woods alone, but with my grandfather's corpse. When a guy with a baby runs up, that would be you.
And after a while, Heather comes out of the shack, wheels Anthony away.
And the guy with the baby?
Stayed behind. So I sent Donnie to follow Heather while I waited to see what happened.
Heather took the body about 100 yards into the woods, dug a hole, buried it.
And the man with the baby, they were still inside the shack.
Yeah. And then a woman comes up to the shed. She's also carrying a baby. She was moving a little slow. She seemed a little out of it. She stops on the porch, puts the baby in a planting box, rests for a minute, and then goes inside the shed.
Wait, she took the baby inside?
She left the baby in the planting box and went inside alone.
You walked out and found Sam's baby. Let's just skip to the fun part, shall we? So after a while, your friend Taya, that's her name, right? Taya, shows up to this shack, and in her arms, you place Sam's live baby. A little while after that, Heather shows back up, and a little while after that, you and Taya walk out of the shack with Sam's live baby. And then, Heather walks out with a dead infant in her arms, places it in a planter's box. You stole Sam's live baby, and you replaced it with Taya's dead one. You really gonna deny that? Any thoughts, huh? Or do you need me to run through it again? How you left Sam with a dead baby that wasn't hers, and how you gave away her living one.
It's an interesting story. I don't think you can prove a word of it.
Doesn't matter, I don't need to.
Hey, who are you going to call as a witness, huh? Your employees? How are you going to explain how they were in the woods that night?
The only person I need to convince is Sam. And once I have piqued her curiosity at all, she's going to get on a train to Landview, Pennsylvania, and check out Taya and the baby in person. And while she's made the trip, well, she might as well get a DNA test done, right, to determine the baby's paternity.
Taya's an attorney, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to let some desperate woman fall out of the sky demanding a DNA test on her baby. That's just not going to happen.
See, that's the thing. It's not her baby. And even though Franco's the real father, I would imagine that Sam probably wants her baby back. So can I use your phone? I gotta call Sam.
Why do you...
So what's it gonna be? Can I borrow that phone or what? All right, you're right. You know what? I can probably just use my landline. That is, unless you got something else to say.
I don't like you. I know you don't like me. So I want to know, why did you wait? You've had this information, why didn't you use it?
Well, the last thing I wanted to do was draw attention to the woods where Anthony's body was buried.
They dug up Anthony on July 4th. It was weeks ago.
I was still trying to get a good read on you. And it's interesting because the more I learned about you, the more I realized that you and I, we're not that different. See, we both act on our emotions. And we do things in the moment that we know are wrong and that we know will hurt people. And then we kind of backpedal and we try to make it up to that person to lessen the damage, like you're trying to help Sam and I'm trying to help Star. But here's the difference. I protected Star from the truth. That her father was I mean, what the hell do you even call it, huh? A kidnapper, a baby switcher, a sociopath? I didn't want her to have to face that, not after what she's been through.
What she's been through, what you've done to her. You took her family from her, you son of a bitch.
Hey, you know what? What I did to Colin Hope is unforgivable. So is what you did to Sam. What the hell are we gonna do about that, huh?
Johnny? Johnny? You here?
You tell anybody, that I'm the reason Cole and Hope are dead, and I will tell the world that Sam's baby is alive and well and living in Landview.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe I don't care what happens to me. Maybe I just want Carly and Star to know the truth about you.